Hey everyone, I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know it's been a little while since you heard from me and wanted to let you know what's been happening at Kingman Apartments. Things have been going really, really well. We've got a lot of projects happening. A few things. Number one, property management team is doing very well. They are meeting with them once a week and at least once a week on the phone, but they're providing pictures and text throughout the week. So we're really happy with the level of communication and all the things that are happening at the property. Our general contractor sends a lot of pictures, and we've got a lot of projects going on. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. But first, let's talk about rents. We had five. We're down to five tenants that have not paid June rent. Now we had, if you remember, I've told some of you guys we had over 10 tenants not pay rent when we first closed. We closed at the end of May. June came around. We had 10 tenants that were sort of testing us. Five of them have caught up, and two of them swear they're going to pay by Monday. We'll see. But we have judgment for possession, and the sheriff is showing up. So we have two of them moving out on Monday. They're either paying or they're moving out on Monday. That's the only option for them. So we have that happening. The other three we had put on payment plans, mostly because payment plans are not something we're going to want to do in the long run. But for now, we can't handle an extra five vacant units anyway. And so there were three tenants that promised to pay, and we thought they would. However, the only thing we did was delay 1 month. So if they don't pay up, we have court for them on the next Monday, the 13th, and we'll be moving them on out of the property. So it's not something we're going to be doing in the long run. I'm not a big fan of payment plans or giving multiple options or just letting them run all over us. That's not going to happen. But if we evicted all of them, we would have those units vacant anyway because we have a lot of other work that we're doing. So it wasn't really an option. We're not losing anything by delaying a month for those three. So we're going to get some units back on Monday and maybe some back later on in the month as well. We have 4 units that have been renovated, and what we've been doing is moving some of our tenants that are paying $735, qualifying them. They're moving into the renovated units at $850. So if you remember from our projection, we were planning on rents averaging $756 across the entire first year. As of today, we're averaging over $800 per door. So we're already healthily above our projection on where we wanted to be as far as rent collected per door. Our year 2 is $872 though, so we're not resting because we need to continue to bump that up and continue to get those 3 bedrooms are going to be key in getting the higher average rent per door, and those will be coming. They're all on leases right now, so those will be coming towards the end of this year and early into 2019. Of course, if any of those 3-bedroom tenants are not paying, we'll be moving them out, and we can get some higher paying tenants in there. So overall, our rent position looks really good. We're collecting a good amount of rent, but since we have 3 vacants and 5 non-paying, that's 32 out of our 40 units that are paying, which is 20% economic vacancy. It's exactly what we planned on for year 1. So I feel like we're only going to improve from here. So this is probably the most vacant that we should be. So I'm feeling pretty good, especially considering we built that into our plans, and now we're on our way and renovating units and starting to fill those up. So feeling pretty good about that right now. One concern is that we have had a lot of views. A lot of people are coming to view our vacant units. But the honest truth is, the property is still a bit of a mess on the exterior. A lot of the tenants are leaving trash around, and we have a lot of exterior renovations that are in progress. So I think that's probably a deterrent, which is why why we have 3 renovated units that are still vacant. My hope is that in the next 2 months, as our exterior renovations start to really make some big progress, that we can actually fill those up. So next is, so the trash issue is the thing I want to talk to you guys about. So What we're doing actually on all of our new leases is adding in a $10 trash fee. So each tenant will pay an extra $10 per month. And with that, we can afford to pay someone, we'll break even, but we can pay someone to go around and clean up after these guys. It's not ideal, but it's a break even for us, and it's going to clean up the property. So we at least have a plan in place there. Other big projects we're doing are cutting down a lot of the trees on the property. They're these big trees, if you remember from some of the pictures, and they're blocking the sides of the building, and they're actually blocking the big floodlights at the top. So we have 8 big floodlights around the property. The trees are blocking it, and we're actually not getting light down into the parking lot. So we want that parking lot to be as well lit as possible to basically encourage people, if they're going to be doing activities that are illegal or whatever, they should go do that somewhere else. So we're really lighting this place up. We've got a few new lights in, and it already makes a big difference. And as we're cutting down these trees, we're adding more lights. We're also in the process next week of building out a fence across the back of the property, and that's going to reduce some of the foot traffic that comes in out of the woods and the train tracks back at the back of the property. So that should help as well, and it'll all be really well lit up at night. So we're taking care of the trash, we're taking care of the lighting, all those exterior things. We're going to be updating the parking lot as well. So we are moving the dumpster to one side rather than having it be right in the middle, that big eyesore right when you come in. I think that's going to help. It's going to be sort of off between two of the buildings, which is going to open up our whole middle area when you come in. So what we're going to do is put 10 new spots down the one side of the property. That's going to give us 1.5 parking spots per unit, which is right where you want to be. So we're happy to have those extra, especially as we start to fill up better paying tenants in our 3-bedroom units. We're definitely going to want to have some more available parking spots. We also have, I think, 3 or 4 abandoned cars on the property that have been there since we first looked at the property back in November. So we have a contract with the towing company set up. They posted their notices, and those abandoned cars are on their way off the property, which will free up some more space and just improve the overall aesthetic of the property. Other things I want to talk to you guys about is the water bill. So we projected to pay 2/3 of the water bill. As you know, we're taking with every new lease, we're taking the responsibility of paying the water and putting that onto the tenant. That's a huge expense that we have, is water bill, over $35,000 for the last 12 months from the previous owner. So what we're doing is, as our tenants are, lots of them are month to month, we're putting them on the new lease. The new lease means they're paying for the water. So even if we have not moved them up in rents from the $735 or $800 that they're paying, and they're still month to month, we're keeping them month to month until we can renovate, but we are putting their responsibility for the water bill onto them. So we have, in year 1, we projected that we were going to pay 66% of that water bill, figuring there's a transition. And as of right now, we're already only paying 55% of the water bill. We've had 45% of the tenants on the new leases and not paying water. So we're already doing 10% better. And by next month, I expect we're going to be around 45%. So already for year 1, as far as expenses going out the door, instead of paying 66% of the water bill, we're going to be somewhere in the 40s. And that's really going to help our bottom line for this year. So lots of good things happening, lots of things in progress. It's not perfect. I mentioned some, the filling up the trash and all that sort of stuff, but I'm very happy with the PM team. I'm very happy with the contracting team, and really excited about the potential here and the opportunities that we have. There's a lot of good stuff happening. Of course, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to chat with you guys about anything that's going on in the property. My next visit there is next Wednesday, August 15th. I'll be there for the morning to, again, meet with the PM, walk our newly vacant units, the ones that we'll be getting back this and next week, and just check in on progress on all the renovations. So if you have any questions, anything else you'd like me to cover, feel free to let me know. We will be starting up some financial reporting out to you guys, most likely next month. We're getting organized with bookkeepers and things like that, so you'll start to get a better financial picture in the coming months. And then next month, I'll have an update for you on our first payment and when we're going to be able to start receiving distributions and the plan for that. So Lots of good stuff coming, and hope you guys enjoy this update. Also, check out my other video where I walk you through the entire renovated unit. We have one unit that's been totally renovated that I did a walkthrough last month, and I just show you all the things from flooring to kitchens, bathrooms, and just talk about some other opportunities where we're trying to improve our bottom line and make a little extra money. Thanks a lot, guys.